Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. We have a great show ahead, and we start in the kitchen. And you know what the best part about this is, listen, food inflation has been in the news for the last year consistently. And I know so many of you at home are trying to figure out ways to find more affordable meals for the family. Well, my next guest is going to help you with just that. Charmaine Broughton joining me on the show, cookbook author extraordinaire, delicious and doable. And I want you to, can we focus in on this cookbook for just a moment? Have a look at this cookbook. This is what a cookbook should look like, especially Charmaine's cookbook, because it is so worn. You know that these are all tried and true, tested recipes in here, right, Charmaine? And you do. I mean, this is obviously people are at home are thinking, of course she's going to use her own cookbook, but you use it because it does have what we're talking about, affordable meals for families out there, right?
Absolutely. The whole focus of my book is just that, delicious and doable recipes that use mostly pantry staple items.
Right.
And I've always cooked that way. Like I've got 2 boys are off at university now, but I've always tried to utilize economical pantry staples and incorporate that into our everyday cooking.
Right.
So we're not breaking the bank every week, because it's expensive, like
it is.
Raising a family,
Yeah.
whether it's the cost of food as it is, or even 10 years ago. So today I'm sharing 3 of my go-to pantry staple items and how you can incorporate them into your everyday cooking.
Well, let's go over those 3.
Alrighty.
So number 1 is what? What's your pantry staple item?
The first one is peanuts and peanut butter.
Okay.
A great plant protein source, economical plant protein source. Great thing with peanuts is you can take them like as a snack on the go, and they're filled with plant protein and fiber and healthy fats. And same with peanut butter. And the other neat thing is I'm going to show you how you can incorporate peanuts and peanut butter into some dishes. So yes, peanut butter is great on a rice cake, right?
Yeah,
but
of course.
Let's maybe take that economical pantry staple and incorporate it into a chili, believe it or not.
Really? Okay, tell me about this chili.
So this is the peanut and beef chili. It's absolutely delicious. So basically you're just taking a chili recipe, adding a little bit of peanut butter to it.
Okay.
It adds a really nice creaminess, and you're going to get some of that plant protein and fiber and healthy fats, and it just adds like a nice rich flavor.
Right.
So, you know, think outside of the peanut butter on a rice cake box.
Yeah.
And incorporate it into some of your savory dishes. Now, this recipe comes from the Peanut Bureau, so you can go to peanutbureau.ca for that recipe, along with a number of other amazing recipes that incorporates peanut and peanut butter into your everyday cooking.
You know what else I like about this is sometimes, you know, your chili may come out a little runnier than you want, right? Maybe a little soupier, and you mentioned the creamy part, right? You put peanut butter in this, and this fixes that issue for you, right?
Thicken it up a little bit, and gives it a really nice rich flavor. It's just a really nice addition to. And if you were vegetarian, you could just leave out the beef, and it could just be a vegetarian chili.
Okay.
And then
look at. Can we go here? Sorry, you might have been going somewhere else, but I'm coming here. What is this? So
this is my peanut dried fruit and rosemary bark. So the recipe is in my cookbook. It's absolutely unbelievable. It just explodes with so many different flavors. And the reason why I wanted to bring in this recipe is because it also makes a really nice gift from the kitchen.
Oh, of course.
I know it's November, but you know, Christmas is just around the corner.
Absolutely.
So even if you are a terrible baker, there's no doubt in my mind you'll be able to recreate this recipe. You just stir all the ingredients together, more or less, put it out on a baking sheet with parchment paper, chill it, and then break it into this gorgeous bark. And there's rosemary in it, believe it or not. It's topped with sea salt. All these amazing flavors, they work really well together. And
sweet, salty, savory, crunch. You've got everything. A little fruit in there too.
It hits every taste. So just 2 awesome ways to utilize one of my 3 favorite pantry staple items.
Well, let's move on to the next one, Vanna. Actually, I'm Vanna. You're the star. You're the Pat Sajak of this.
Okay. So pasta.
Yeah.
I love pasta. My family loves pasta. And what I love about Etel pasta is it's made right here in Canada with 100% Canadian wheat.
Yeah.
All right. So pasta, it's just a great pantry staple for many reasons. Like, you can take a bunch of leftovers, right? Because another thing is, if we want to save money, we don't want to be wasting food.
Of course.
So you can take some leftovers from the night before, boil up some pasta, and then toss in those leftovers like some grilled veggies or chicken or whatever, and then we're not wasting food, because that's one way to save money is to simply just not waste the food that you've already bought.
I mean, when you look at the stats of the waste we have in North America,
billions.
It's crazy.
It really is. So this recipe is called My Simplest Supper Ever for that reason. It really is just that. I've taken some of the Etel Pasta artisan spaghetti and I toss it with some lemon juice and olive oil, a little bit of garlic, some chili flakes, some quality parm. I like to use...
I love that you're doing this because we started doing it.
Oh, with the vegetable peeler.
Exactly. Just the bigger chunks. It's so nice.
It's falling apart.
Welcome to live television. Listen, you were just maybe overly aggressive with it because you were excited. That's all. And what have you got here?
Well, a squeeze of lemon and then some olive oil. So it's just a fabulous way to enjoy pasta. If you don't have any bits and pieces of leftovers, and the recipe for this is in the book as well. But I just love pasta, absolute go-to in my home.
More.
Economical and just a great family meal.
And we had Joe, the president of Etel Pasta, on, and just a great success story, great family business, right? And as you said, 100% Canadian, all the ingredients
and
right
made
there.
right here in Canada.
Exactly.
Right.
Let's move over to the number 3 option.
So beans. Beans are great. You can pick up a can of beans or lentils for like literally $1.29.
Yeah.
Even now, again, plant protein and fiber. So a few different ways that you can incorporate them into your everyday eating is with a dip. So this is my spicy lentil dip.
Nice.
It is absolutely delicious. You know, if you're trying to get your kids or yourself to eat more veggies, whip up this dip. It's just a few ingredients. And then I just tossed it with some fresh herbs and another little drizzle of olive oil, just like that. And then you can get your veggies in there. It also makes a really nice spread for sandwiches.
Oh, really? Okay, excellent. Yeah, you can use pita bread. You've got veggies, which is a great option as well. Maybe something a little more nutritious. And I love the idea of using it as a spread.
Oh,
it's a fabulous
so
idea.
good.
Yeah,
and again, a great way to incorporate more plant protein into your diet because there's a big push now to eat more plant protein. So what a way to do it with a can of beans that's going to cost you $1.29.
And you can also use it to make a delicious dessert.
You can, yes.
I shocked her there for a moment. You thought, what is he talking about? Derek doesn't know what's coming next. I do. I saw this. Are you kidding?
Yes.
Caught my eye.
These are my black bean brownies with caramel mascarpone frosting.
Oh, my goodness.
Absolutely out of this world. They're gluten-free. They are so delicious. And again, taking advantage of, economical a pantry staples.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
You can incorporate the beans into savory dishes, into sweet dishes, and the whole point of my book is to encourage you to get in the kitchen, recreate delicious and doable recipes using ingredients that you have in your pantry. So I hope I've inspired some of the viewers.
I think you have. You've inspired me. And you know what I would say to people, and you're looking at it, you're going, oh, a bean and a brownie, and I'm not sure if I'm really into it. It is so rich. It is so delicious. Like it really will surprise people if they've never tried it. Right?
Yeah, you won't even be able to tell that it's made with beans.
This is how you hide it,
exactly.
too. If your kids are like, oh, I hate beans, make them a brownie out of beans. Thanks so much for joining us. Really
pleasure.
appreciate it. We'll be back with more Daytime Ottawa right after this. Don't go anywhere.